Welcome back. Now, have you ever struggled to find your medical aid details during an emergency? Quick access to your information is crucial for rapid medical care. Medical history, allergies and current medications enable paramedics to make speedy decisions. Crisis response company CrisisOnCall has now developed a unique personal identification. Their wristband will help first responders administer the most appropriate medical care at the scene. Let's speak to Ruan Vermaak. He's a communication manager at CrisisOnCall. Ruan, thank you very much. Obviously, this is a very important innovation with regards to the fact that, sometimes you're probably in a car accident and paramedics can't see that maybe you are allergic to paracetamol in terms of pain, and they give you something that has paracetamol and then you're in trouble.
Good day. Yes, thank you for having me. And this is really a very important subject to take hands on. And yes, well, statistics shows that within the first 5 minutes of an accident scene, you will be robbed from your personal belongings. This is this is actually very alerting because of the fact that if you have your medical aid card in your wallet or even in your handbag, the chance for it to be stolen or lost is very very high, like 95% at least. So the fact is that it's very important for the paramedics to know your critical emergency information, such as your allergies, as you just mentioned, and if you're on a medical aid or not, and which plan on the medical aid you are on, and where can they take you to. This is the information that is quite very important when it comes to your emergency, and as we all know, time saves lives. So this is in fact where the armbands make a very big impact in South Africa at this very moment, and we have been doing this for the last 21 years.
Yeah. All right. So you've been doing it for 21 years, and I didn't know about your wristband. I think I'll probably make an effort to get one. But do you have buy-in, for instance, from medical aid companies? Because how do your customers, how does it work? How does the wristband work? Do I put the information in the watch myself, or the wristband rather myself?
No, basically how it works is CrisisOnCall, we have a system in the background that carries all your personal information according to the POPI Act of South Africa. And how this works is there's an emergency number on the CrisisOnCall armband, and in the inside of the armband there's a unique code, and that code binds you to all your critical information that is saved on the database. So for example, the paramedic will stop on the scene, they will do a primary and a secondary survey, and then they will basically see the armband, phone the emergency number, and then give them the unique code that will bind you to all your critical information. And then the rest will happen behind the scenes. We will then make the necessary phone calls, get the necessary emergency response team with you, and make sure that you end up in the right medical facility, and so that basically the armband speaks on your behalf when you are not able to.
All right. So how easily accessible is the armband? I mean, for instance, is it affordable enough for those who, don't have access to, a lot of money?
Yes, definitely. You can get CrisisOnCall, and you can become a member of CrisisOnCall literally for as little as 78 Rand per month. That is per person. Obviously, terms and conditions do apply. But for as little as a starting price of 78 Rand per month, and this can give you access to a national emergency number, vital medical identification. It can give you access to the Help 247 application that you can also download on your smartphone. So this is all things that is very important and quick and easy accessible. Yeah, so you can actually join CrisisOnCall by visiting the CrisisOnCall website. All the various products is on there. There's also access you can see how the various different armbands, how they look. You can decide on, we literally have an armband for people that doesn't want to pay much. And then we've got the elite armbands for people that wants to pay more. But this armbands, all of the armbands is tested for, it's not, they won't steal it because it's not, it doesn't have any value for the criminal outside. It actually is tested by paramedics and doctors and emergency personnel that actually knows that that it won't be accessible for the criminal outside. That actually it's not jewelry, if I can say it like that. It's not jewelry that you can steal and throw away 3 blocks later and find out that, listen, this is something of value to resell on the street. This armband will speak on your behalf and it will assist you in your time of crisis.
And just lastly for me, this is obviously not limited to those who have medical aid, right? And being in business for 21 years, I'm assuming that all paramedics would know to look for this wristband if they are called to a crisis.
Especially your advanced life support paramedics, the guys that is actually doing the decision making on the scene, if I can say it like this. Your advanced life support paramedics and your medical doctors, we try to communicate to them as frequently as possible. We try to communicate the CrisisOnCall information. We have an active social media channel as well to communicate this to the public as well as to the paramedics out there. And so we can actually give you access as soon as possible to this.
All right, Ruan Vermaak, a communications manager at CrisisOnCall. All right, I just imagine that Durban woman who passed away after paramedics refused to walk up the stairs to go get her. Maybe if she had this wristband, they would have been able to see that she needed assistance urgently. But